Hi friends, this is Dee here with a fun science activity for you. One of the things you're going to need for this activity, well, let my friend Betsy help us. Do you remember Betsy from the story Click Clack Moo? And she was listening to the story with us. So for this experiment, we need something that Betsy gives us. And in the story we heard, the cows said, no of this until they got their electric blankets. You remember what it was? Milk. We need milk. We need whole milk for this experiment. And we need Dawn dish soap. You will need food coloring, Q-tips, and like a shallow dish to pour the milk in. I think that's everything we're going to need. I'm going to move the camera around and try not to get you dizzy so that you can see how to do this experiment. So, as you can see right here, I've poured my milk, my whole milk, into my pie plate. And to that, you will want to add some food coloring. Can you tell what color this is? That's right, it's red. What's something else that you know is red? Apples? Fire trucks? What other red things can you think of? Next, we're going to add some, can you see? Some blue. What are some blue things you can think of? The sky, blueberries. Our dish soap we're going to use is blue. Next, we're going to add, can you see what color this is? It kind of looks orange, but it's actually yellow. What kind of yellow things can you find or name? How about the sun? Or lemons? And next, we're going to add my favorite color, or one of my favorite colors, I should say. Green. What's your favorite color? What types of things can you think of that are green? The grass? The leaves on the trees? So after we've added our food coloring to our milk, we're going to take a Q-tip and we're going to dip it into our dish soap. You're going to take the Q-tip and you're going to touch the milk. Do you see the colors moving? Let's try that again. Let's dip it. Let's try moving it over here. There it goes. You can see the colors moving around. At first they move really quickly, and then they kind of move more slowly. Whoop, my Q-tip dripped. Now you can really see them spreading. Now what's happening is the milk has some fat molecules in it. That's why we have to use whole milk. And then the soap has molecules that really like those fat molecules in the milk. So they run around in the dish trying to attach themselves to the milk fat molecules. If we didn't have the color, the food coloring, you wouldn't be able to see that happening. But because we add the food coloring, when the soap molecules are looking for those milk fat molecules, they push the colors around saying, "Get out of my way." They're not very polite. They move them around, trying to make their way to find all the fat molecules. You can see it's still moving. The colors are still moving. So the soap molecules are still looking for those milk fat molecules. Just a little bit slower now. So see what that looks like? And it takes a while. It keeps moving. The colors keep forming. I want to show you this plate over here. In this plate, I've put a cookie cutter. So I think I will add some green food coloring to the middle of the heart along with some yellow. And I'm going to use red and blue on the outside. So let's see if I can, there we go. Now you can see the whole plate. I'm going to put my Q-tip in the soap and then come back and touch the outside. Touch the outside. You can see I didn't put a lot of food coloring, so you don't get to see the molecules running around quite as good as when you add a lot of food coloring. Let's see, let me add some, oh, there, or there. Now the ones on the outside are moving around, but not the ones on the inside. So let's find some soap molecules. Let's add some soap to the middle so they can find their friends, the fat molecules. Ready? Here we go. And add more soap maybe. There we go. You can keep dipping and putting more soap in if you want. So now we see what that looks like. Let's go back to our original one. You can see it's still kind of moving around. Unfortunately, with the camera, it's hard to see that, but the colors are really pretty and they're still moving around. Now you can experiment maybe when you add, before you add the food coloring, maybe try putting some glitter in the milk. What happens then? And then you put the food coloring in and then you put the soap in. What happens? Or another way to experiment is, it says to use Dawn dish soap. What if we used a different dish soap like Palmolive? Would that work? I don't know. We need to experiment and find out. You can see the reaction kind of goes on for a long time. This one over here, still slowly moving around. If I made my milk, if I put more milk in, would the reaction last longer than when I put in just enough milk to cover the bottom? Do you see some colors forming maybe that you didn't add? I do. Do you know what red and blue make? They make purple. Might be hard to see, but right here is some purple. over in this one, I see some orange. What two colors had to mix in order to make orange in this one? It's kind of just fun to sit and watch the colors move as those molecules are running around trying to find each other. Let's see if I were to add some more soap to this one. Not much more happens. They're just kind of slowly moving around now. Let me try to add some soap to the middle one. Oh, there's still some molecules in there. How about, what do green and yellow make? I'm not sure. Maybe greenish yellow. What would happen if we lift this? I see some really pretty colors forming now. Do you see that soap bubble in the middle? Let's pop it. You can still see there's some movement going on here. I see a lot of purple and pink being made now. Well, I hope you have fun experimenting. Thanks for joining me. Bye, my friends.